My dear friends, have you ever stopped to think that the daily bath or shower you've relied on your whole life, the one you've always believed keeps you fresh, clean, and healthy, might actually be working against you once you pass the age of 70? What if that steamy shower or long soak in the tub, the one you've counted on to wash away the day, is silently stripping your skin of its precious natural oils, draining your energy, or even putting you at risk of a dangerous fall? It's a surprising thought, isn't it? For years, we've been taught that more bathing means better hygiene, but as we gracefully age, the rules change, and the truth might just surprise you. In this video, we're going to explore together the ideal bathing frequency for us seniors, and trust me, it's likely not what you've always believed. We'll chat about how our skin becomes a little thinner, some often overlooked health concerns, and a new, gentler perspective on what true cleanliness means for those of us over 70. Please stay with us until the very end as we reveal 7 crucial insights that could completely transform how you or your loved ones approach personal care. And that's not all. You'll also discover a wonderfully simple, expert-approved tip that helps seniors stay fresh and healthy without the risks of a slippery bathroom. You'll be amazed by how easy it is, and not knowing it could mean missing out on a safer, more comfortable life. Before we dive in, if you find this video helpful and comforting, please give it a warm like to help me continue sharing valuable lessons on aging gracefully. If you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly recommend subscribing and turning on the bell notification so you don't miss any of our future videos. Your feedback truly matters. If you enjoyed this video, please comment 1. If not, please comment 0 to help me improve and serve you better. Now, let's begin our gentle exploration.
The gentle truth about daily baths and our skin in senior years. My dear ones, aging is a beautiful, unavoidable journey. And as we gently cross the threshold of 70, our skin, our wonderful protective shield, undergoes significant changes in its structure and how it works. Extensive research, including caring studies from institutions like the University of Pittsburgh and the University of California, San Francisco, has lovingly shed light on the extent of these transformations. With age, our skin becomes considerably thinner. Its outermost layer, the epidermis, loses a bit of its plumpness, while the layer beneath, the dermis, weakens because our bodies produce a little less collagen and elastin, those amazing proteins that keep our skin supple and firm. The tiny sebaceous glands, which once so generously produced natural oils to keep our skin soft and smooth, dramatically reduce their output. Our sweat glands also become less active, diminishing our skin's ability to regulate its moisture. The result is a complexion that feels not only drier, but also much more delicate than in our youth, lacking that robust, oily barrier that once protected us from the world. For us seniors, the daily ritual of bathing, especially with very warm water, strong soaps, or prolonged soaking, can turn this natural vulnerability into a significant health concern. Each shower or bath gently strips away the dwindling reserves of sebum, our skin's natural protective oil, leaving it feeling exposed and vulnerable. Dermatologists lovingly note that this process goes beyond just a feeling of discomfort. It can start a cascade of tiny, unwanted changes. The immediate consequence is often dryness, that uncomfortable tight or prickly sensation. This can sometimes progress to persistent itching as our skin's compromised barrier sends little signals of irritation. In more severe cases, a condition called xerosis can develop. Xerosis, which simply means dry in Greek, can make our skin feel rough and look a little scaly, sometimes with tiny cracks or fissures that might sting with every movement. These little cracks are not minor. They can sometimes bleed, inviting tiny germs, or worsen existing conditions like dermatitis. Beyond the physical effects, too much bathing has practical implications for our daily comfort. Imagine the frustration of constant itching disrupting a peaceful night's sleep, or the discomfort of flaky skin catching on clothing throughout the day. For those of us with a little less mobility or dealing with arthritis, the effort to bathe daily can already be quite taxing. Adding skin damage only makes this burden heavier. Research indicates that hot water in particular gently accelerates this damage by dissolving beneficial lipids, which are crucial fatty compounds for our skin's barrier, while alkaline soaps can disrupt its natural pH, which is normally around 4.5 to 5.5, just slightly acidic. For us older adults, this isn't just about how our skin looks or feels, it's a genuine health consideration. Compromised skin struggles to defend itself against tiny bacteria, fungi, or allergens, potentially leading to small infections or making chronic wounds like ulcers more challenging. What starts as a well-intentioned hygiene habit could, over time, subtly weaken our resilience, making a thoughtful case for us to gently reevaluate how often we step into the shower.
A little less bathing can gently lower our risk of infection. In a world where cleanliness is often so closely tied to frequent washing, here's a surprising and comforting fact. For us seniors over 70, bathing a little less often could actually give our body's natural defenses a gentle boost against infections. This isn't just a hopeful thought, it's a finding supported by thoughtful scientific evidence, including studies published in the esteemed New England Journal of Medicine. Researchers who lovingly observed older adults discovered a notable and positive trend. Those who gently reduced their bathing frequency experienced fewer skin tears, those tiny but impactful rips in our delicate skin. Unlike the resilient, youthful skin that bounces back quickly from little scrapes, our aging skin is thinner and takes a little longer to heal. Tears in this delicate tissue heal at a slower pace due to reduced blood flow, a naturally weaker immune system, and decreased cell turnover, all gentle characteristics of aging. These small open wounds can become little entry points for tiny bacteria like Staphylococcus aureus or Streptococcus, which can sometimes cause skin infections, small abscesses, or even more serious widespread infections like sepsis. The gentle link between our bathing habits and skin tears lies in how water and soap interact with our aging skin. Frequent washing, especially with very warm water, gently erodes the lipid bilayer, a microscopic, comforting shield of fats and oils that binds our skin cells together and helps retain moisture. Strong detergents can intensify this damage by gently breaking down proteins like keratin, making our skin a little brittle and prone to splitting from minimal pressure, such as simply pulling on clothing or brushing against a slightly rough surface. Scrubbing, a common habit we've learned for feeling clean, adds gentle mechanical stress, further weakening our skin's delicate structure. Over time, this constant cycle of washing and drying can create a landscape of tiny abrasions and tears, each a potential little opening for unwanted germs. In contrast, seniors who bathe a little less, for instance every other day or 2 to 3 times a week, gently allow their skin to retain its natural oils and rebuild its defenses. Spot cleaning with a soft, damp cloth for areas like our armpits or groin can maintain our hygiene beautifully without subjecting our entire body to a full rinse. The advantages of this gentle approach extend beyond just preventing infections. Fewer skin tears mean less discomfort, fewer visits to the doctor, and a reduced risk of complications that could lead to hospital stays. All crucial considerations for us seniors, especially if we have limited mobility or resources. This comforting insight is supported by findings in the New England Journal of Medicine. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable and comforting, please comment 1 below to let me know you're here with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly recommend subscribing and turning on the bell notification so you don't miss any of our future videos. Your kind support truly helps us continue to create informative and inspiring content just for you. Now, let's gently move on.
Falls, a much greater threat than just a little dirt. For us seniors, the bathroom is not just a place for our personal care, it's a potential little hazard zone, and daily bathing significantly increases the risks. The American Geriatric Society has lovingly highlighted this often overlooked reality, emphasizing that falls are a leading cause of injury and even sadly a cause of death among older adults. Statistics from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, often called the CDC, paint a sober yet important picture. More than 1 in 4 adults over 65 experiences a fall each year, leading to millions of emergency room visits, countless fractures, and a substantial number of heartbreaking fatalities. For those of us over 70, the risk gently increases as our muscle strength naturally declines, our reflexes slow a bit, and conditions like arthritis, nerve problems, or bone thinning can sometimes impair our balance and stability. Wet, slippery surfaces, such as glossy tiles slick with soap suds or a tub's smooth enamel, can transform our bathrooms into a rather dangerous area for us seniors, especially if we're already facing little challenges with our movement. Daily baths gently amplify this danger in ways that might not be immediately apparent. Each trip to the shower involves navigating little obstacles, stepping over a tub ledge, balancing on one leg to enter, or carefully maneuvering out while dripping wet. Add in the obscuring fog of steam, the slight disorientation from warmth, or the gentle fatigue of standing for too long, and the probability of a misstep gently skyrockets. The American Geriatric Society lovingly notes that bathing routines often coincide with peak fatigue times, such as our morning grogginess or evening exhaustion, further increasing the risk. A fall in this context is not just a bruise or a little scare. It can, sadly, result in a broken hip, a serious head injury, or a cascade of complications that gently erode our cherished independence. Contrast this with a reduced bathing schedule, say once or twice a week, lovingly supplemented by sponge baths or sink washes for our key areas. This simple adjustment significantly reduces the number of high-risk bathroom visits, gently cutting our exposure to that treacherous environment by half or even more. The trade-off is beautifully clear. Immaculate cleanliness pales in comparison to our physical safety. A little dirt, some gentle sweat, or a faint odor pose far less threat than a fractured femur or a concussion. For us seniors living alone or with limited support, avoiding a fall could mean the difference between remaining comfortably in our own home and sadly transitioning to assisted care. Practical adaptations, such as lovingly installing grab bars, using non-slip mats, or gently opting for showers instead of tubs, can certainly help, but reducing bath frequency gently addresses the root issue. Fewer trips mean fewer chances to fall. Data beautifully supports this. Studies show that fall prevention strategies focused on minimizing unnecessary risks lead to measurable decreases in injury rates. For us older adults, prioritizing our safety over an arbitrary standard of daily hygiene isn't just prudent, it's a life-saving recalibration of our priorities that lovingly puts our well-being first. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable and comforting, please comment 2 below to let me know you're here with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly recommend subscribing and turning on the bell notification so you don't miss any of our future videos. Your kind support truly helps us continue to create valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now let's gently move on.
Our body beautifully cleans itself. Yes, really. It might seem like a bold statement, but our body is wonderfully equipped with a remarkable self-cleaning system that operates without a single drop of water or a bar of soap. This isn't some new age concept. It's biology at work, refined over millions of years of our wonderful evolution. Our skin, far from being a passive surface, is a vibrant, living ecosystem teeming with beneficial bacteria, natural oils, and a finely tuned balance of its pH and moisture. These elements work together in harmony to keep it healthy, resilient, and surprisingly clean. For us seniors, whose skin already gently contends with age-related fragility, excessive bathing can disrupt this intricate machinery, gently washing away the very allies that protect it. Reducing our shower frequency, allowing our body to perform its natural functions, can beautifully preserve this natural harmony, offering a compelling argument that sometimes nature truly knows best. At the heart of this self-cleaning system is our skin microbiome, a bustling, friendly community of tiny microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, and even microscopic mites that lovingly colonize its surface. Far from being undesirable germs, many of these microbes are symbiotic partners working with us. Species like Cutibacteria macnes and Staphylococcus epidermidis gently feed on dead skin cells, sweat, and excess oils, breaking them down into harmless byproducts while kindly outcompeting less friendly germs. These beneficial bacteria also produce antimicrobial compounds. Think of them as tiny natural chemical shields that lovingly ward off invaders like Staphylococcus aureus, a common cause of skin infections. Meanwhile, sebum, the lovely oily secretion from our sebaceous glands, gently coats our skin in a protective film, trapping moisture and repelling dirt. Dead skin cells naturally shed through a process called desquamation, gently carrying away grime with them. Together, this wonderful trio, microbes, oils, and cell turnover, maintains our skin in a state of dynamic equilibrium, no scrubbing required. Frequent bathing, however, can disrupt this elegant system. Very warm water gently dissolves sebum, leaving our skin feeling parched and a little defenseless. Strong soaps, with their higher pH, can sometimes upset our friendly bacteria, unbalancing our microbiome and paving the way for irritation or infection. For us seniors, whose oil production is already diminished and whose microbial diversity gently wanes with age, this overly zealous cleaning can tip the scales from health to harm. Research from dermatology journals, including caring studies in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology, suggests that excessive washing correlates with higher rates of dryness, eczema flares, and even allergic reactions, all gentle signs of a system that's a little out of balance. In contrast, bathing just a few times a week, perhaps with mild pH-balanced cleansers when necessary, gently allows our skin to thrive. Body odor, often the biggest hygiene concern, can be managed with targeted washing of high sweat areas like our underarms or groin, allowing the rest of our body to follow its natural rhythm. For us older adults, this approach isn't just practical, it's truly liberating. It gently reduces the physical demands of bathing, preserves our skin integrity, and beautifully aligns with how our body was lovingly designed to function. Historical context gently supports this argument. Humans thrived for centuries with minimal bathing, relying on nature's mechanisms long before daily showers became a cultural norm in the 20th century. We seniors today can draw inspiration from that resilience, trusting our bodies to maintain a baseline of cleanliness and health. The result? Skin that feels less irritated, more balanced, and better equipped to defend itself. This beautifully demonstrates that stepping back from the soap can sometimes be a gentle step forward in our well-being. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable and comforting, please comment 3 below to let me know you're here with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I warmly recommend subscribing and turning on the bell notification so you don't miss any of our future videos.
Your kind support truly helps us continue to create valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's gently move forward.
Experts gently advise once or twice a week is truly enough. Prepare for a revelation that might gently challenge everything you've been taught about personal hygiene. Leading experts in geriatrics and dermatology now lovingly recommend that us seniors bathe just once or twice a week. This isn't a call to abandon cleanliness or let our standards gently decline. It's a deliberate, evidence-based shift, thoughtfully tailored to the unique needs of our aging skin and bodies. Far from being neglectful, this approach reflects a growing understanding of how overly zealous washing can harm rather than truly help those of us over 70. It's a radical departure from the daily bath mantra ingrained in modern culture, but one that is gaining beautiful traction as science gently reveals what truly keeps us healthy in later life. This comforting recommendation comes from a consensus of authoritative and caring voices, including dermatologists, geriatricians, and researchers who have lovingly studied the intersection of aging and hygiene. For instance, gentle guidelines from organizations like the American Academy of Dermatology and insights from specialists at institutions such as Johns Hopkins University emphasize that frequent bathing isn't a universal necessity. Our aging skin, as we've discussed, is thinner, drier, and produces less oil, making it gently susceptible to damage from water and soap. But the advice goes beyond skin deep. It's about lovingly aligning our hygiene with a senior's overall condition. Experts lovingly stress that bathing frequency should depend on our individual factors, such as our activity level, health status, and personal comfort. A sedentary retiree who spends most days indoors, for example, gently generates far less sweat and grime than a younger active person, or even a senior who gardens daily. Someone with a little incontinence or chronic wounds might require targeted cleaning, but a full body soak? Not necessarily. This tailored approach gently dismantles the outdated notion that daily baths are a universal gold standard. That rule, rooted more in 20th century marketing, think of those lovely soap ads promoting freshness, than medical need, doesn't quite hold true for us seniors. Consider the gentle evidence. Studies show that excessive bathing correlates with higher rates of skin breakdown, irritation, and even pressure sores in frail adults, while less frequent washing beautifully preserves our skin's natural defenses. Practicality also plays a role. Bathing once or twice a week, lovingly supplemented with spot cleaning with a soft washcloth for areas like our face, hands, or groin, beautifully maintains hygiene without the strain of a full rinse. Experts also gently point out that odor, often the primary driver of frequent bathing, is manageable with minimal effort. A little deodorant, a quick wipe, or a change of clothes can suffice. For us seniors, this isn't about cutting corners. It's about intelligently and lovingly adapting to what our bodies truly require, proving that less can be more when guided by science and common sense.
Daily baths can gently exhaust us seniors. Bathing might seem like such a simple task, but for many of us seniors over 70, it's a demanding ordeal that takes a significant physical toll. The Journal of the American Medical Association, often lovingly called JAMA, has highlighted this often overlooked reality, tenderly detailing how the act of washing can gently deplete our energy reserves, strain our aging bodies, and even trigger debilitating symptoms. What feels so routine in youth, stepping into a shower, standing under a stream, or gracefully climbing out of a tub, transforms into a physical challenge as our muscles gently weaken, our joints stiffen a bit, and our stamina naturally wanes. Reducing the frequency of baths doesn't just protect our skin or lower fall risks, it lovingly conserves our precious energy, transforming bath time from a burdensome chore into a manageable and pleasant ritual. The physical demands of bathing are multifaceted, and JAMA's caring research breaks them down with sobering clarity. For starters, standing for 10 or 15 minutes under warm water can gently strain our cardiovascular system, especially for us seniors with heart conditions or a little less efficient circulation. The warmth gently dilates blood vessels, potentially causing our blood pressure to gently drop and leaving us feeling a bit dizzy or lightheaded, a recipe for fainting in a slippery environment. Then there's the breathlessness. Those of us with chronic lung conditions or weakened lungs might struggle a bit to inhale steamy air, gently panting through what should be a relaxing moment. For the millions of us seniors with arthritis, nearly half of adults over 65, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, every movement can be a little painful. Bending to wash our feet, reaching to gently scrub our back, or gripping a bar of soap can gently inflame creaky joints, turning a bath into a bit of a gauntlet of discomfort. Even stepping in and out of a tub requires a gentle balance and strength that may no longer come easily, especially if nerve issues have dulled sensation in our feet. The aftermath is just as taxing. Toweling off, gently drying hard-to-reach spots, and dressing afterward can deplete what little energy remains, leaving some of us seniors so exhausted we need to lie down for a rest. JAMA lovingly notes cases where this exhaustion lingers, gently interfering with our day's cherished activities, such as skipping a lovely walk, missing meal preparation, or dozing off instead of socializing with friends. For those of us with a little frailty or chronic fatigue, daily bathing can gently push us into a cycle of depletion, eroding our independence and joy. Contrast this with a lighter schedule, bathing once or twice a week, perhaps with a comfortable chair in the shower or a helpful handheld nozzle to ease the strain. This lovingly preserves our stamina for what truly matters, playing with our beloved grandchildren, pursuing a cherished hobby, or simply enjoying the beautiful day. Studies gently support these benefits. Reduced bathing frequency correlates with fewer reports of fatigue and improved mood among seniors, beautifully suggesting that energy conservation boosts not only our physical health, but also our emotional well-being. For us older adults, reducing our shower routine isn't a compromise. It's a strategic and loving choice to reclaim our vitality and prevent bath time from becoming a struggle.
Hygiene isn't just about bathing, my dear friends. Here's the biggest and most comforting paradigm shift of all. Hygiene isn't synonymous with a full-body bath. And for us seniors, that's truly liberating news. The idea that cleanliness requires a daily soak is a bit of a cultural relic, not a universal truth. And modern alternatives beautifully demonstrate that you can stay fresh, healthy, and dignified without ever needing to step into a full shower or tub. Wet wipes, gentle hand washing, careful oral care, fresh clothes, and regular grooming form a wonderful toolkit of smart, tailored self-care that lovingly bypasses the risks of frequent bathing while keeping us seniors comfortable and confident. This isn't about lowering our standards. It's about gently redefining them to fit the beautiful realities of aging, proving that effective hygiene is less about water volume and more about strategic, individualized, and loving choices. Consider the wonderful options, each a practical powerhouse in its own right. Wet wipes, those pre-moistened marvels, offer a quick, gentle way to clean key areas like our underarms, groin, or face, where sweat and bacteria tend to gently accumulate. They are soft enough for our fragile skin, require no rinsing, and eliminate the need to stand or balance in a slippery space. Hand washing, a cornerstone of infection prevention, lovingly targets dirt and germs where they are most likely to linger, on our fingertips that touch doorknobs, food, or faces, without subjecting our entire body to a full wash. Oral care, often gently overlooked in the bathing debate, is a true hygiene heavyweight. Brushing our teeth, flossing, and using mouthwash lovingly eliminate bacteria that cause odor and disease, maintaining fresh breath and our overall health. Fresh clothes, light, breathable fabrics swapped daily, wick away moisture and odor, while a quick comb through or gentle wipe down of our hair maintains a polished and lovely appearance. Add in targeted solutions like a gentle deodorant or a spritz of body mist, and you have a regimen that delivers beautiful results without the rigors of a full rinse. This approach isn't just convenient, it's a game changer for us seniors facing physical or environmental challenges. Picture an 80-year-old with slightly shaky hands or a tender knee. Wrestling with a shower head or climbing into a tub might be daunting, but gently wiping down with a cloth or changing a shirt is manageable and comforting. For those in colder climates, where wet hair and chilly bathrooms invite shivers or pneumonia risks, dry shampoo or a warm washcloth is far preferable to a full bath. Studies beautifully support this shift. Research in geriatric nursing lovingly highlights that seniors using such bathing alternatives report feeling just as clean and socially presentable as those who bathe daily, with fewer skin issues or fatigue complaints. It's a dignity-preserving strategy, especially for those with caregivers, as it lovingly empowers them to maintain hygiene on their terms, rather than a rigid one-size-fits-all schedule. Hygiene, it turns out, is less about soap suds and more about what truly works for each individual, making it a flexible, low-risk, and beautiful art form for us seniors to master.
For us seniors over 70, the daily bath ritual, long considered a cornerstone of health and propriety, might be quietly undermining our well-being. The evidence is gently mounting and difficult to ignore. Our aging skin, with its thinning layers and diminishing oils, can suffer under the loving assault of frequent washing, becoming dry, itchy, and sometimes a little cracked. Safety concerns are paramount, with slippery bathrooms posing a fall risk that far outweighs the threat of a little dirt. Energy demands gently climb, draining stamina from bodies already stretched a bit thin. Yet our beautiful body itself offers a counterintuitive wisdom. Its natural cleaning systems, from beneficial bacteria to shedding cells, lovingly thrive when left undisturbed. Together, these factors point to a bold, comforting new truth. Less frequent bathing, perhaps once or twice a week, thoughtfully tailored to our personal needs, could lead to healthier skin, fewer hazards, and a richer quality of life. This isn't a mere hunch. It's a beautiful convergence of science and practicality, backed by caring experts from dermatology to geriatrics. The American Geriatric Society, the New England Journal of Medicine, and the Journal of the American Medical Association all lovingly provide data showing that excessive bathing does more harm than good, while reduced routines gently protect and preserve our health. Picture the beautiful benefits: skin that remains supple instead of scaly, mornings free of exhaustion or treacherous slips, energy lovingly saved for a joyful walk or a heartwarming chat instead of a shower struggle. It's not about abandoning hygiene, but lovingly reimagining it, swapping the tub for a gentle wipe, the full soak for a fresh, comforting shirt, and trusting our body to handle the rest. The key is customization. A vibrant, marathon-running 75-year-old might need more than a gentle, bed-bound peer, just as climate, culture, or health conditions gently shape the ideal rhythm. That's why consulting a healthcare provider is crucial and loving.
Whether for yourself or a loved one, they can lovingly pinpoint the perfect balance, blending medical insight with our personal characteristics. Who knew that gently stepping back from the tub could be a step toward a better, more comfortable life? It's a quiet revolution in self-care, lovingly flipping decades of habit on their head. For us seniors, it's a beautiful opportunity to shed an outdated burden and embrace a lighter, safer, more vibrant way to age, one that honors our body's wisdom over strict societal rules. Less water, less risk, more life. That's the unexpected and comforting promise of bathing less, and it's a truth worth gently soaking in. Well, there you have it, my dear friends, the surprising and comforting truth about how often we seniors should bathe after 70, and why less might just be more when it comes to staying healthy, safe, and beautifully comfortable. We've lovingly covered everything from how daily baths can gently dry out our fragile skin and increase fall risks, to the wonderful fact that our body's natural processes might do a better job than you think, and even how experts lovingly recommend scaling back to just once or twice a week. It's a lot to take in, right? So I truly want to hear from you. What have you learned so far about senior hygiene that has gently opened your eyes? Please take a moment and think. What's one thing from this video that has truly stuck with you, something you're ready to bring into practice in your life or share with someone you care about? Maybe it's swapping a daily shower for gentle wet wipes, prioritizing kind hand hygiene, or just rethinking what cleanliness beautifully means as we age. Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to see how this is gently hitting home for you. And if you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to give it a warm like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more eye-opening and comforting insights like this. Your kind support keeps us going, and I can't wait to bring you more ways to live smarter and healthier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.